As you can see, I kept on hitchhiking even with fully packed backpack on my back, and luckily I came across this amazing guy who just actually helped me to make the deal crossing the border from India to Bhutan and come back. Here's his family. I was just thrilled how much, wouldn't necessarily use the word love, but actually they just like respect each other and they live in harmony. They are really an ordinary couple with ordinary days, ordinary dreams. Well, in fact, they don't really have any dreams, they just want to get by, and unfortunately most people do. You can see one of his aunties, she's got a really unfortunate like skin problem. I'm not really sure what's exactly that, but all these like extraordinary pimples which are really distorting her beautiful face.
Yo, what's up everybody, this is T.
And actually now I want to talk a little bit about this whole ordeal and the nature of this whole situation. On my right, the dude who gave me a lift yesterday is walking by me. He was the one who actually allowed me to stay with him and his family, which is located northernmost part of India in the state of West Bengal. Yesterday he was coming back home when he picked me up from work, and he's an electrician. He calls himself like a supervisor, but based on the story I would really just call him an electrician, which is not downgrading at all. Don't get me wrong, but it is what it is. And yeah, we can walk past by some locals in the morning. To be honest, based on what I heard and saw, it's just like chilling basically. Those people are desperately looking forward to the end of the day and seeking for a better tomorrow. Nevertheless, the little dude in the back with his toothbrush in his mouth is his cousin, the guy next to me. And he just turned up in front of our door in the morning, which was I think like 5:30, and he just kept on hanging out with us to the point when he ended up joining us all the way back and forth. Nevertheless, you may notice that my mouth is moving at a different pace. Yeah, I was talking in Hungarian because I didn't want to involve him too much with the details I was talking about. Why I did that? Because yesterday evening when I told him that besides the fact that I'm so grateful for being able to sleep at his place, tomorrow I would leave my backpack so I can move around the neighborhood easily, because I just didn't want to carry my 22 kilogram of load while I'm trying to make this ordeal, right? And I was really sketchy in the beginning because obviously I didn't want to involve him in my project and not to discourage him from helping me. So I just asked him random questions that, hey, how deep is the river between the border of India and Bhutan? What's up with the border guards? Are they busy working, or what's their level of attention, and whether they are really active working or focusing on patrolling the border, or they're just like there because the government ordered them to be there, and so on. And of course this guy was like super sketchy, and he asked me about my intentions, and I said, yeah, I just came here because I really wanted to see these special tea plantations. I read a lot about them in Google Maps, but I know that these are super remote places, of course, because they're in the middle of fucking nowhere. And nevertheless, I tried to give him just like random answers to get the suspicion disappear at the end. Nevertheless, he was super helpful, gave me all the answers. In fact, he gave me so accurate answers that he made me realize that if I don't reach out, if I don't talk to him, if I don't open up, I end up walking straight into the arms of the border guards. Why would that happen? Simply on Google Maps, when I was checking out the territory and where shall I do the challenge, I ended up picking up this northern territory where it turns out to be all the border guards and their own campsite where they reside during their mission. So I was so happy looking back now that I reached out with him, especially at the end of the day I completely involved in my plans. Otherwise I would have been in trouble, I suspect.
Over this small stream There is the Bhutanese border. I mean, the border is the river itself. Bhutan is over the river.
Guys, you can see my face. Actually, I'm shivering because of the adrenaline is just going through in my mind. I'm so high on happiness. I'm so high on life now. I just cannot explain, but if you have been watching me, you can already spot it, this like specific smile on my face, and that means that adrenaline is just like kicking big time my head, and then high on life basically. Yeah, so he told me in the evening that okay, I'm just going to work from 10 o'clock tomorrow, so I can join you in the morning for this little hike you are planning to do around the tea plantations in this area. And I said, no. In fact, I kept on resisting for like, I would say 20 minutes, and he kept on pushing, no, I'm happy to do that, I want to do that, and so forth. And actually, I had to tell them, well, look, Krishna, I gotta confess to you, the real reason I'm here is actually to complete the challenge, to fulfill one of my dreams, which is sneaking into Bhutan through the green border, simply because of the well-known fact that it's like $250 per day if you are going through the, let's say, the mediocre way. Nevertheless, he said that, oh, it's not a problem, I can take you there, I'm more than happy to join you. I was like, what the fuck? And I got again this high smile on my face because I was so happy that I have a person who's going to show me where is the easiest to cross the river, where is the safe place, like not coming across any border guard. And guess what, guys, the moment when we did the challenge, there was no border guards anywhere close to us, and on top of everything, Krishna just showed me and told me that actually it's not a biggie for them.
To you it's nothing, but probably I'm the second person in the world who's doing this.
Yeah.
Well, besides Indians, probably you guys just walk here all the time.
Yeah.
You guys cross this all the
Yeah.
often, right? It's not a problem to you.
No.
The Indians go to Bhutan on an everyday basis simply to take tree so they can burn it to use it for cooking or heating, I don't know. At this stage I had really difficulties imagining that they have cold weather here because I was sweating 24/7.
Not for fucking me.
Those yardsticks are the margins of Bhutanese border.
In the meantime, the Bhutanese people came from Bhutan to India to this tea plantation region simply to work because the salary is better and at least they have some jobs to do, whereas it's nearly impossible back in Bhutan.
Are they from here or from Bhutan?
No, here.
Ah, yeah, this
Yeah.
one. Guys, it turns out these people cross this place all the time for whatever reason, and again the society scares people off from all these kind of adventures for fuck knows why reason. All you have to do is just walk to the water, which is deep to your knees, and that's all. That's all. Guys, I'm going to swim in the border river of Bhutan and India. Maybe swim is a strong word. This is what feeds me. This is what makes me smile like a high person. Amazing, amazing adventure.
So eventually we made it to this like really small village. Turns out to be that here one or two houses of community is counted and noted as a village. So nevertheless, I did reach a Bhutanese village and I had some sort of level of interaction with this lovely family. People here live as simple life as on the other side of the river, so despite the fact that it's an amazing experience, it only takes place, the adrenaline rush and the excitement in your head. Practically, it's, like I said before, same, but different. And your mind makes it different. The hands are flying and jumping the same way. People are hungry the same way and they just want to have a better life, and so on and so forth. All these people, by the way, here, they know well enough that white people like me need visa here, but they just couldn't care less. They have bigger issues with their lives than reporting me and my ordeal to the police or any of the authorities. It was really a pleasure being here and coming here, not necessarily for interaction, but rather for the self-fulfillment, proving myself that everything is decided up in your head. And in a number of cases, like happened in this case, it's not the practicality, it's not the execution that brings you the excitement, but the preparation itself. You could see from the video that it was not a serious matter at all. In fact, it was like super convenient, and it was just not even a trek, I would say, just a walk back and forth crossing a river, which was hardly ever went deeper than waist height.
Sorry?
You speak English? Good. What is your name? Antara. You have a beautiful name. My name is T. Nice meeting you. So Antara, where do you go to school? To the village? Ah, okay. Good school?
She hesitated.
Yeah, she's shy, of course.
निवेदन थोड़े सीखी
देखाई जोन हुने
इन पाड़े वाला आदमी मने
कितना मजा फरफरा के बतियाए देनी नी तब तो कोनो दिन आनी अच्छा
Another day with a Bhutanese family. The experience, capital letters, experience, guys. Just thrilling.
And of course, I couldn't deny my European, Western, developed country origin self. So we had to queue up for a picture as I was just collecting memories, collecting experiences, and this is the best proof that I done the ordeal, that I completed the mission. And probably that's the biggest problem for these volunteerism issues, but I'm not going to address this issue right now.
Carefully, T, carefully.
The sunrise is happening right now. Beautiful. We did the border crossing before the sunrise. I crossed the river and I went to Bhutan, and before the sun actually came up, I returned to India for the sake of experience. I met a Bhutanese family. God damn it. Mission is completed totally. I didn't get to see the Bhutanese village, but it's pretty far away, as they say. Nevertheless, awesome. Good. He's bragging, trying to show off. Beautiful. This is nephew of Prem, my friend.
You can see how these people like being hair dyed, and it's not really just driven as you can hear further on. It's simply just for, again, killing time and desperately seeking for tomorrow.
I don't know, man.
Why? Like a golden color.
Sorry?
Like a golden color.
Golden Glow. Ah, okay.
Look, my nephew also.
Yeah, I see. Is it Hindu or just for fun?
No, that's funny.
I also met a couple of his friends of Krishna, and they invited me to their community. Again, they have nothing better to do other than just getting pissed. Nevertheless, they're cool people, but I just couldn't figure out what's the purpose of having a family. One of them had even like 3-4 kids, not having any job, on top of everything, just like hanging out with friends, not participating with the family, just getting wasted. Now I know it's culture, and who am I to judge? And as soon as I haven't lived in that culture, I shall not make any conclusions, but responsibility over traditional behavior, I would say.
People from the tea plantations are going for the lunch break, or where are they going now?
They are
Now
wet.
Going back to the factory.
Techno factory, Factory will come.
Okay, to another side. Yeah. But they don't look Indian. They look more like Tibet, Nepal, especially she. The ladies are working under the shade of the umbrellas because it's super hot, and I can only confirm, even walking in the shadow,
It's hot now.
yeah, it's super hot. It's really impressive what they do here. They work super hard and they make 130 rupees a day after 7 hours of fucking hard work. 130 rupees is approximately $2, less than $2. Insane. For 7 hours of work on the tea plantation. It's unbearable how heat is it, how hot is it. Yet they just keep on working. It's crazy. Without resting.
We also ended up visiting actually a local temple, and it happened to be right next to the border guards, and it was really funny to me to cross the border to Nepal, get back without meeting anyone, and then getting to the point when we were just so phlegmatic with the system, with our karma, that we went to the actual border guard station just to get access to the temple. We met this Pandit, which is the sort of priest in Hinduism, and he gave us blessings, which is the tika on the face, and that's a distinctive symbol, sign actually on our foreheads, symbolizing of being part of the Hindu religion. I did that for the sake of experience, but I remain what I remain, as you already know. And as you can see that here it's not haram to consume pork, it's just a porking up period for the pork, just to make it funny. And they drink a lot. Like I said before, they just gather around on an everyday basis just to get pissed because they have nothing else to do. And they are happy to host, especially foreigners, because they just don't have anything else to do, and they enjoy listening stories from the outside world and getting interaction with strangers.
Bhutanese
Bhutanese whiskey.
celebrating the project in a way.
Guys, this was my journey sneaking into Bhutan, but it went beyond that experience because I get to know a North Indian family who ended up not only helping me but sharing his life, his friends with me without any expectations in return. I was really grateful for him, and Krishna, if you watch this video, once again, thank you so much for your help. You are the one. Cheers.